I'm going to discuss is something that has happened to me. It's happened to a few people in the industry, so I know you will identify to some extent. And this is about being fired from your job, or them terminating your services, no longer needing them. And I can tell you for a fact, it is one of the most earth-shattering, devastating thing that can happen to anyone. It can happen literally to anyone. And I don't know, I can't explain the feeling you have. There's shock, then there's anger, then there's loss, then there's unbelief. You go through so much. There's so many emotions that go through your body and go through you. It really messes with you. And I know at some point, yes, it's a company, you were employed. So at some point you knew you would leave, but never like this. You thought you'd leave on your own terms. So this is a do-don't guide for people who have been fired, especially if you're a friend. If you're a friend, this is for you. If you're not a friend, this segment is not for you, sadly. When your friend has been fired, these are the things you do not say. You do not, I know they ring true, but at that point in time, that's not what they want to hear. One, when God closes one door, He opens another. I don't want to hear that. I've just been fired, please. I'm still in shock. I'm still traumatized. Two, that company did not deserve you anyway. In fact, they're going to regret ever having fired you, blah, blah. Guess what? They fired me. Moving on swiftly. Okay? Do not say things like that. And another thing, do not bombard them with job applications. That's the other thing we keep throwing. Apply for this, and you're like, why would I want to be a supervisor at the United Nations? It just doesn't make sense. I'm in accounts. I'm a supervisor at the United Nations for programs management. How does that? Those two do not even relate in any way. So I'm sitting there wondering, and I know you mean well, because I know you're trying to get your friend back on their feet. Because I remember as soon as where I was working, they decided not to renew my contract, people started sending job applications. They were saying there are openings in Dubai, there are openings in Abu Dhabi, there are openings, blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I'm thinking, can I just collect my thoughts and just woosah for a while before I start thinking about looking for work? And I know they meant well, and I love each and every one of them, but that is not your immediate reaction. What, however, you would do would be one thing. Listen. That's all. Just be there and listen. Because at some point, somebody will have something to say. At some point, there will be the breakdown, there will be the exhaling, and they might need you there. That's one. Another thing, if you're that kind of friend, they are still in that space where they're trying to figure out what is going on, it would be nice if you would go like, I'll pick up the electricity bill for the next 2 months. I'll pick up the water bill for the next 2 months. Let's go to the supermarket. Let's go and do some house shopping. I'll gas your car. Please don't trust anyone with money, because I could decide to go out and buy a single malt, which is not going to help me at that point in time. So it is best that you actually do these things for them as opposed to giving them money. Go with their car, go gas their car, full tank, and pay for their Wi-Fi. So in that way, they can actually they feel a bit supported and a bit taken care of. Then in that way, it gives them headspace to think. They might be able to have a little money stored up to pay for rent and everything, but this is what a friend does. So in that way, they have time to exhale, to think, and then go like, wow, I've been fired. What is the next step? All right. So being fired, be a friend. And if you can't be a friend, now is the time to just go riding toward the sunset. Last seen out of there. So in that way, they get to know who's their ride or die and who's not. Okay? Don't walk alone. Let's do life together.